The images from Nova Centauri arrived at Earth's Central Command at 0300 hours. Admiral Sarah Chen stood frozen before the holographic display, her coffee mug slipping from nerveless fingers to shatter on the floor behind her. The command staff watched in horrified silence as the footage played. The colony of New Haven, 30,000 human souls, families who'd traveled for decades to build new lives among the stars, was gone. Not destroyed, not conquered, systematically erased. The ball, hegemony had deployed their bioweapons with surgical precision, ensuring the deaths were neither quick nor merciful. "Children," whispered Lieutenant Torres, his voice breaking. "They didn't even spare the children." The final transmission from Governor Martinez played on a loop. "Earth, remember us. Remember what they did here. Remember?" Static. Admiral Chen's expression hardened into something that made veteran soldiers step back. She turned to face the assembled leadership of Earth's military forces, representatives from every nation, every creed, united in their horror. "Send word to the Galactic Council," she said, her voice eerily calm. "Tell them, humanity withdraws from all treaties, all conventions, all accords." "Admiral," the diplomatic attaché stammered, "surely we must work within the established frameworks." "The hegemony used those frameworks to delay our response while they murdered our people," Chen cut him off. "No more. Signal all fleets. Recall every ship. Cancel all shore leave. Activate the reserves." "What are our orders?" General Okongo asked, though he already knew. Chen looked at the frozen image of New Haven's empty streets, where children's toys lay scattered in the dust. "For 300 years we've played by galactic rules. We've been civilized, reasonable, diplomatic." She paused. "Now, we stop being civilized." The transformation was swift and terrible. Earth's peacetime economy pivoted overnight. Factories that once produced consumer goods retooled for weapons. Scientists working on medical breakthroughs shifted to military applications. The planet that had spent centuries trying to prove it belonged in civilized galactic society shed that facade like an old coat. The hegemony's ambassador arrived, 2 weeks later, smirking behind his environmental suit. "Surely Earth understands this was merely a territorial dispute," he said. "The Council has already issued a formal censure." "Get out," Admiral Chen said quietly. "I beg your pardon?" "You have 1 hour to leave Earth space. Any hegemony vessel found in human-controlled territory after that will be destroyed. No warnings. No negotiations." The ambassador laughed. "You forget yourself, Admiral. The hegemony controls 1,000 systems. You have, what, 30? This is not a war you can win." Chen smiled then, and the expression made the alien step back. "You're right," she said. "This isn't a war." She leaned forward. "Wars have rules. Wars have endings. Wars have survivors." What followed shook the galaxy. Humanity didn't declare war. They declared extermination, not of the hegemony's species, but of their empire, their culture, their legacy. Human fleets didn't engage in grand battles. They struck infrastructure, supply lines, communication networks. They turned the hegemony's own bioweapons against their agricultural worlds. They recruited every species the hegemony had ever oppressed, armed them, trained them, unleashed them. "This is barbarism," the Galactic Council protested, as the hegemony's outer worlds fell silent, one by one. "Yes," Earth's representative replied simply. "It is." The hegemony, for their part, couldn't understand what they were facing. They had expected anger, yes, a military response, certainly. But not this. Not this cold, methodical dismantling of everything they were. Humans didn't take prisoners. They didn't occupy territory. They simply removed the hegemony's ability to exist as a spacefaring civilization. 6 months later, The hegemony's homeworld sent a desperate plea for mercy. Admiral Chen stood once again before the holographic display, looking at the hegemony's capital. "They want to negotiate now," an aide reported. "No," Chen said quietly. "They had their chance to be civilized. They chose genocide instead." She turned away. "Continue operations until the job is done." The galaxy learned a terrible lesson. Humans could be civilized, but civilization was a choice, not their nature, and some choices, once made, could not be unmade.